Well, Maryland has a lot of tradition. Our students get after it. They fill up the student section. It's a heck of a, home court advantage.
4 years ago, Jamie Morris and Corey Fronton both got suits around the same time, and they were thinking about how do we integrate, suits into going to these games. Why don't we come to the game dressed as Mark Turgeon?
Call them the Turgeonites, and they started that I think towards the end of my first year. They just did it to do it. Now it's kind of gotten really big, and good to have people emulate you, I guess, a little bit. I keep telling them that they're putting a little bit too much gray in their hair. If they can stop doing that, it'd really be me.
This year, Michael and I have kind of taken over the lead, and we recruited a bunch of guys to join us to keep it going, because the guys who founded it had graduated. And we're just always trying to think of creative new things we can do to pump up the fans, get the team excited, and kind of heckle the opponents a little bit too.
This year, we decided to kind of step things up. We made a commitment to every single game have a new sign that's either supporting our players or heckling the other team.
They always have a sign, and it's always like a witty sign. I'll never forget like the Fordham game. They're the Fordham Rams, and my last name's Rom, so they had a sign.
We got there early and called his name out. He saw it and loved it and posted about it on Twitter, and whenever we get a positive reaction like that, it's awesome.
My wife always fills me in on what they were doing. They really got big a couple years ago. They started doing some dance routines during timeouts, but they're there, they're loyal, dedicated, and I think the students look forward to seeing them there.
We're just trying to be really enthusiastic fans. We're trying to support the Maryland basketball team and be entertaining for the fans that show up and for the alumni. And that's, be as loud as possible, be creative, that kind of thing.
I don't think they realize how much of an impact they have on us. It's great to have such a good and supportive fan base, and for people to put in that much time for our program and that support us that much, it means a lot. And if they can keep doing that, that'd be great.
We try to get there when gates open, especially for the big games, which is 90 minutes beforehand. So we do have a bit of a routine that we have to get our suits on.
I get my suit on probably about 15 minutes before I leave. We'll walk in together, usually kind of stand near the entrance for a little bit, wait in line with the rest of the hardcore fans that show up early. And then when we go in, they always check our signs and make sure we haven't been profane, and we never are. I've been waiting for this all week, baby, all week. So we're there probably about 80 minutes before tip-off. Immediately then, as soon as the other team comes out, if we have a sign directed at them, we're just holding up the sign, just yelling at them. Trying to get them to look over, trying to distract them, getting them so they're not really warming up right. Any type of advantage we can give the team, obviously, is what we're going for. Yeah, I'll do you first. Chin up.
About 20 minutes beforehand, we'll do kind of our signature thing where we'll put the baby powder in our hair.
Got it? All right.
We'll usually take a picture of our sign for the game, put it out on Twitter. We've kind of amassed a little bit of a following on Twitter, which has kind of been fun this year, and it's been a good way to interact with fans as well.
Boy, wow. Hey, get a room.
And then after that, phone's away, and we start getting jacked up for the game. And I jump around like a maniac a little bit, and I'm sure people will look at me funny. And then, go back to being regular crazy fans until the first dance period.
We're just jumping around, and it's chaos for the next couple hours. And hopefully at the end, we're coming out with a Maryland win, and regardless, we're singing the alma mater together.
But this ain't just about right now. This is about one team. This is about every other team that's played against them. This is bigger than just us. So we're not playing for just this 2014-2015 Maryland team. These go back a long way. All right?
Indiana comes to College Park for the second meeting of the year and a chance for Maryland to avenge that earlier season loss.
One of the things that we've learned in our first go-round in this league is the value of the home court is amazing.
Trimble pass to DeMonte Dodd screen. The step back like Trimble is good. I'm sure the guy's got to feed off this crowd.
Absolutely, man. It's crazy in here.
Maryland down inside to Troy on an alley-oop slam dunk.
Wow, I bet you think you're real cool. I could dunk it. I'm a Division I athlete. Yeah.
Troy fakes, drives to the baseline inside, puts it up on a reverse and scores the basket. Troy Williams has been spectacular. Yogi takes it to the right side, pulls up, lets fly a long bomb and hit it! That was unbelievable. Wells comes the other way and he hits a three. Yogi fakes, gives it back to Troy down inside and tries to slam it and it goes out of bounds.
You suck.
Coach Crean wasn't even unhappy about it because it was a really acrobatic move. I think both coaches are realizing how fast-paced this game is.
A game of runs for both teams in this one.
We've got a one-point game at halftime here. Really good first half of basketball. Yogi now tries to go back to the right. Can't penetrate. Now does. Down low.
And he knows how to play.
That dude is nasty.
Robert now with 5 on the shot clock. Penetrates. Pulls up. Fadeaway shot. Troy Williams slams it back in. And it could have been a goaltend, but Troy Williams gets away with it.
That's a goaltend! Sir, are you crazy?
Indiana by 1, 48-47. Target track this outside for Melo Trimble.
Yogi will lob it inside, and a one-hand slam alley-oop attempt by Troy Williams doesn't go down. That would have been spectacular.
Wells with a drive off the glass, and the Terrapins lead it by 6.
Robert's three on the way. Good! And Robert Johnson hits his second three of the ball game. Yogi puts up a three off. Oh, it banks it in! And Indiana has tied this thing at 59 all.
Nobody leaving this building, but 2.5 to go in this game.
Tries to back him down. Turge puts it up. Got it. This has been a wild affair. It just seems like it's going back and forth. Puts up a shot. Oh, and Troy Williams with a sensational tip-in.
67-63, 19.2 to go.
Colin Hartman inbounds to Yogi, drives it down the floor, fires up a three. Oh, he hit it!
No! 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 No!
And Indiana is still in it.
68-66, 12.5 to go.
Yogi with 10 of the shot clock, down to 9, down to 8, brings it across the timeline. Let's go on 3. Oh, it's off the rim. No! Knocked away. Picked up by Yogi, puts it back up, missed it again, and that's the ball game.
What a great finish for the Terrapins.
A heck of a performance.
Head coach Tom Crean sprinting across the floor to grab his point guard and Yogi Ferrell with a big hug, trying to console him after missing what could have been a shot that would have tied the game.
$68-66. About to see my terrible signature.
Real quick. That's a heck of a college basketball game. Yes, sir. Having fun playing it. We did, guys. What do? We win close games. Yep. That's a great win. And let me tell you something about you guys. You're resilient. Bottom line, you can talk about, oh, we've lost 3 in a row on the road or whatever, but we're resilient. In the end, we're 20-5, and we're tied for second in the league.
I want to hear you. Raise the roof. When you fall down,
get back up.
When you fall down,
get back up.
When you fall down,
get back up.
Come on.